What's up, Kyle Russ here. Today we're talking about paddle speed. Now, success loves speed. It doesn't matter if it's in your life or in your business or in your career, or if you're navigating the lineup trying to catch great waves. Now, in order to have speed, you need two things. You need power and momentum. Power to get the speed, momentum to keep it. And this is super important to be able to navigate the lineup quickly when things get heavy or when it's crowded, or to get out past the break when you need to sprint, or whatever the case may be. Speed is going to be a great asset to your paddle game. Now, the idea to have speed is to get past the drag. Now, if you notice here, this guy sitting on a surfboard, his surfboard is way below the water. That's his resting position. But then when you lay flat on your board, you spread out your weight a bit and you rise up a bit. Maybe the tip of your board is just coming out of the water. Now that, we'll call that the resting mode for when you're paddling, and this is planing. So when your board comes above the water when you're moving. Now the problem with that is you're constantly gaining and losing momentum because of your paddle stroke, the way it alternates. The biggest factor in this is the reaching part of your stroke. This first half of your stroke is where you're at your weakest because you're using the smallest muscles here. So it's like, at this point you start to lose momentum, your board starts to sink, and then you pick it back up in the power part of your stroke at the back end. So you're constantly alternating back and forth between this, up and down, gaining and losing that momentum. So the idea is to strengthen the reaching part of your stroke so that's more powerful, so you have power from top to bottom, so you keep on that plane. And so once you have momentum and you're on that plane, it takes less effort to maintain your speed. As well, you need to be able to recruit that power while you're tired, while you're low on oxygen. So I'm going to show you a really quick exercise where you can build these muscles, the weak side of your stroke. As well, you can train your central nervous system to recruit power while it's tired. This is something I learned from Olympic weightlifters. As far back as my research goes, these are the guys who came up with this, but whatever the case may be, it's like adding an extra gear to your paddle stroke. So I'm just gonna move the camera, jump over, and I'll show you the quick workout so you can have that power, have that momentum, and have that paddle speed. All right, simplicity and convenience beats everything. So we're gonna do a super simple workout, but it's gonna hit very, very important things like those small muscles we talked about for the weak end of your paddle stroke, but training the central nervous system. So if you think about stories where you can hear about a mother who can suddenly lift up a car if her kid's stuck under it or something. So our bodies are capable of a lot more than we actually realize. Our capacity is probably about 50% because our central nervous system has a safety mechanism where it shuts you off so you can't hurt yourself, but you can train yourself a little bit to be able to do more, to add an extra gear. And I first learned about this from, I just said before, this Olympic lifters, but you just do an isometric hold, meaning you hold in a flex position with resistance. So I'll show you the really simple workout. These are the peak power bands that come with my paddle system. And so you want to just simulate the paddle stroke. So it's super simple stuff. You want to step to where there's tension and then step back even more, so it's kind of hard. And then when you pull through, you really want to flex your armpits. So you want to flex these muscles in here and then pinch your shoulder blade back a lot. So you're going to alternate. And then so when your fitness level is going to be different than everyone else, so you want to figure out what works for you. We want to get to a point where you're just about burnt out, where your back and your armpits are getting tired, and then you do an isometric hold. And that just means you pull both back at the same time and pinch your shoulder blades together and hold it for as long as you can on an exhale, and hold your breath. So you hold it in this position, exhale, and hold your breath for as long as you can. So it's going to train your nervous system, and that's going to make you low on oxygen. So then as soon as that's finished, as soon as you burn out, you go instantly back into paddling. So then you're paddling on low levels of oxygen, just like you will be in the water. You've trained your central nervous system, you've trained your breath, you've trained your paddle strength. So it's going to allow you to have that power and that momentum, so you paddle faster. As well, it's going to allow you to recruit that power when you're tired. So you know surfing is an endurance sport. This is going to allow you to surf longer, faster, harder. It's super simple stuff. If you like this, hit the like button, share it with a friend. And also, so these, like I said, convenience beats everything. That's why I promote these so much. But if you want to go to the gym, you can use the cable machine to do this stuff too. Just the cable machines are, I don't know, just like that's what I'm saying, the convenience part. If you can do this at home. And when it comes to paddle strength, volume is so super, super important. So because you don't have to go to the gym, you don't have to drive anywhere, this stuff becomes super valuable. I like to put it somewhere where I see it. A little tip too. Like it's designed to hook into your door, but also you can drill a hook into a stud in your wall, so it's somewhere where it hangs all the time and you always walk by it. You can do it while your kids are pulling on your legs. It doesn't even matter. So that's all I got for paddle speed, power, momentum, more waves. My name's Kyle Rutz with Hydromind. Thanks for watching.